The silver box. The night was so clear that if the Carey family had been standing in front of the yard beneath the clear dome that separated them from the atmosphere beyond, they would have seen the usual pools of dull light that had replaced bright stars since the pollution. Beneath the dome, in the concrete structure that had become their new home, Finn and his father, Patrick Carey, played Robot Wars on the main screen of the family quarters, while Miss Caitlin Carey constructed solar garments in and on the table in the corner. I'll beat you, shouted Mr. Carey, clicking frantically on his controller as the boys did the same. Eyes glued to the screen, Caitlin sighed and applied new glue to the seams of the garment in front of her. You should stop this silliness and get to bed, she warned. The sun will be coming up in a few hours. I'll be turning in soon myself. I've got you, shouted Finn, pressing one final button on his controller. Then the screen exploded in victory lights and then went dark. Finn grinned at his father. We can't turn in just yet, Patrick grumbled, tossing his controller to the floor. He's still on his way. Just then a chime sang from the dome, and the old man rose to open the hatch. He's here, breathed Finn, scrambling to stand near the entryway. The visitor entered and removed his shiny outer garments just inside the dome. Then he stepped into the family quarters and introduced himself as Captain Burns. The solar rays are getting hotter, he told them, over a rare and refreshing glass of water. I've been told there's a way to survive outside the domes, but no one has tried it yet. Tell us what it is, Mr. Carey said eagerly, and then began coughing. The visitor waited until he stopped. The answer lies here, the captain said, pulling a small silver box from his pocket. But as I said, no one has tried it yet. Well, with success. He coughed as well, and Mr. Carey let out a nervous giggle. How does it work? Asked Finn, eyes wide as he stared at the glistening box. It's a designated to act as a personal shield. But as I believe I've said, I wouldn't recommend trying it, even with the food supplies running so low. Patrick reached for the box, and Finn's eyes followed as his father held it up in his palm. We're very hungry, Captain, Mr. Carey said, flipping open the lid of the box to examine the buttons below. Please tell us how it works. As the family gathered around, Captain Burns explained to Mr. Carey how the device worked. Finn could feel the both excitement and apprehension as Captain Burns methodically described what each button was for and the consequences of making the wrong choice. I know this is asking a lot, Mr. Carey said nervously, but let me try this device. I realize it's never worked successfully before, but I'm willing to take the risk. My family will soon need food, and this is our only chance. Avoiding Mr. Carey's eyes, Captain Burns reluctantly shook his head. Yes. Holding the box in his hands, Mr. Carey pulled it tightly to his chest. He prayed that he had made the right decision.